Hey girls, Mr. Gilmore here again. Today we're going to just be continuing on with our revision of algebra, lesson 3, 26th of March. And today we're just going to be looking at honestly, we're going to tie in our solution of, oh, that's a little bit light, I'll change that. Our method of doing brackets and linear equations. So the idea here is that we'll be able to solve a linear and brackets at the same time. Again, this is fairly straightforward stuff, but I'm going to do something just fairly simple, fairly small, give you only about 5 questions, but I'll want it due for tomorrow. The reason why is that I'd like to be able to fully look through everyone's work over the weekend and make sure we're all on the same page and follow up with any of you if you are having trouble. So our idea here is that we're going to get through what is really the chapter 2 of our book, and then we'll move on to kind of tougher algebra in the next week. So let's look at a few bracketsy questions. So we're going to start with this 4 bracket 2x minus 3 equals 36, and we're just going to zoom in there. And as always, we are going to expand the brackets. So 4 multiplied by 2x, 4 multiplied by minus 3. Okay, so 4 multiplied by 2x plus 4 multiplied by minus 3 equals 36. So from there, 8x minus 12 equals 36. We're going to add 12 to both sides, so that'll cancel out that 12 and bring over the 12 to the other side, but this time it will be positive. So we're adding 12 to both sides, the 12 gets cancelled out there, and we end up with an extra 12 on the right hand side. So I should be doing that just as little imply statements. And so just rewrite that. 8x equals 48. And then if you plug that into a calculator, you will find the answer, but I also can just figure it out from my head, and it will be, so we divide both sides of the equation by 8. Just going to move us down a little bit before I continue on. So finally we end up with x equals 6. Great. So that's a nice, simple, straightforward linear equation. Really just another single step up from where you girls already were. And we'll just look at another example of that. I'll give you some homework to do. And before you know it, we'll have a good grasp on algebra. Now, what I'm going to say here is if you have trouble, you are, as always, to contact me. You have the opportunity to contact me. I never give you, have this done by the end of tonight. You always have leeway. Please contact me. Please let me know if there are any issues. So let's look at these equations here. So we've got 3 here. I'm going to multiply the 3 by the 3x and the 3 by the negative 2. I'm going to multiply the 4 by the x and the 4 by the negative 1. So 3 multiplied by 3x plus 3 multiplied by minus 2 equals 4 multiplied by x plus 4 multiplied by negative 1. Bring ourselves down a little bit. Okay. And if I would always recommend you just jot down these solutions yourself, just so that you're going along with me. If you need to pause it, you are more than welcome to. I think for the first video I put up, the average view time was only about 5 minutes, so most of you probably did watch it in clumps. I'm not going to fault you for that. I think that's probably actually the better move. And then we end up with this. Okay, so 3 by 3x equals 9x. 3 by negative 2 equals negative 6. 4 by x equals 4x. 4 by negative 1 equals minus 4. Okay, so we want to get the constants onto one side, the variables onto the other. Now this one's going to give us not as round of a number as we might want, but I want you girls feeling comfortable even when it doesn't give a nice round number. So what we're going to do is we're going to add 6 to both sides of the equation to get rid of the 6 here. So we'll end up with 9x equals 4x minus 4. And because we've added 6 to this side, we have to add 6 to this side. And we end up with minus 4 plus 6. So minus 4 plus 6, that'll end up being plus 2. Now what we need to do is we need to get this 4x over to this side. So we're going to subtract 4x from both sides because that'll kind of eliminate this part. So we end up with 9x minus 4x equals equals just 2. And then finally, we're just going to tidy that up. Oops, sorry. Tidy that up a bit. 5x equals 2. So dividing both sides by 5, we'll end up with x equals 2 over 5. And there we go. We've got an answer. That's all we needed to do. Okay. So let's just assign a little bit of work. You are to have this done for tomorrow, so Friday the 27th. And I'm going to say on page 32, I'm going to ask you to do questions 20, 24, 28, 32, and 36. Okay. Thank you very much, girls. I look forward to seeing your solutions. All the best. Bye-bye.